Hey everyone, I figure I'd give you guys a RavensFilm update for whatever reason, because I kind of feel like doing one, because kind of still getting off this whole Star Wars type of vibe and everything, just trying to decompress and slow things down. Don't want to burn myself out on the whole Star Wars thing, just want to take things in moderation and just spend the last day or two just kind of settling down and just kind of flushing things out and trying to focus on what is going to be coming up next here on the channel. And obviously we've got Christmas coming up and stuff like that, and end of the year type of thing. And usually there's some type of like end of the year type of thing where you just kind of reflect back and everything. And I don't know if I'm really going to do anything like that this year, because obviously the last 2 years I've done videos about the films I feel the best films that were released in the year. But I just don't feel so much like doing that this year, mainly because it just, I haven't been keeping that strong of a track of what I really, really loved and stuff like that. It's like, I've had a lot of films that have been really, really good, but I haven't had too many films that just feel like they're absolutely fantastic and great and just blow the living hell away from me. Even Star Wars, like I said, had a couple of flaws here and there that I could definitely pick apart and everything, even though I still highly enjoyed the film, still has its flaws. So it's like, there's a lot of films this year like that, where there are films I really, really enjoyed, but there's still like a few little things in it that really just kind of kept it from being a great film, in my opinion. So it's like, there's just a lot of those films this year, and just, I'm not feeling as passionate. I haven't been going over my list of films for weeks on end, trying to figure out what fits where and what kind of ranking, like I've done. Like last year, I definitely was just doing that for like month after month after month, keep adjusting the whole list. Now I just kind of keep track of what I have seen, and just like, I just hasn't been hitting it off on that high grade level for me this year. So it's like, I don't feel like I want to do something like that, because it's just a lot of work. And last year, the video I shot for the best movies of 2014 video was a pain in the fucking ass to do. It just like, it ended up being, because I was doing a whole countdown of every film that I thought was that didn't fit into the bad category. So I did 20 films that were just way too much, and I was driving myself insane for days on end. I ended up hating the living hell out of that video. So it's like, it's not really worth it. I'd rather work and focus on something that I really want to do. A new video for you guys that I'm very much interested in doing. Producing another review or something like that. They'll be interesting and passionate for me, and won't stress me out, and I don't have to do all this kind of weird shit and try to catch up on what films I haven't seen this year. Make sure it's as comprehensive as possible, so I don't have something like last year was like, I made up the list, I shot the video, and like a week or two later, The Guest comes out on Blu-ray, and I absolutely love the film, and now I can't include it in the video that I did. So it's like, why am I going to bother? Why am I going to bother putting through that stress for something that really is very inconsequential, when videos like that I make don't get as many views as like the big reviews that I do, like the Star Wars stuff, or Terminator, or the Rambo films, or any other random thing like Highlander or the Forever horror type of stuff. The regular reviews get the most traffic, and they're most rewarding for me. So it's like, why am I going to bother doing a list that I really don't want to do, and shooting a video and editing it for days on end? Let's just go ahead and move forward and do some fun stuff around here that I'm really going to enjoy, and hopefully you will as well. So that's a long diatribe, and speaking, well, catching up and catching the last couple of films of 2015 that I'm interested in, is that the film The Revenant is getting a limited release on Friday, Christmas here, and it is playing at one theater that is within my range to go see it. But I really don't like the theater, because last time I was there, I went to see Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit, and let me tell you slowly here, I'm getting a little fast here. When I went to see Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit at this theater, the seats were not very comfortable, and I had to sit there for like, I don't know, I'm sure the film was close to 2 hours. Revenant's even longer than that, and it's like, do I really want to go? Because if I don't go on the 25th, I gotta wait all the way until the 7th of January to go see this film. So, and there's no like Thursday pre-screen, so I'd actually have to go on Christmas, either 1:50 in the afternoon or wait till like 7:50 at night, and then the next day I gotta be up at 8 o'clock to go to work. So it's like, it's not a terribly convenient type of situation, and I don't know. But eventually I will have a review of it, hopefully, but just a matter of timing of when it's convenient for me, and plus still the theater is probably about 35 minutes away or so. And so we'll see if that comes out, if I get jacked up enough to go see it and everything works out, but it seems unlikely, but we'll see. But let's just keep moving on here because obviously I'm going to be producing another video prior to Christmas. I'm going to be shooting something hopefully on Wednesday that I plan to do. Let's just hope everything continues on a good track. I'm still in a good mood when Wednesday comes around. I'm not too tired or anything. Just, I'm in the right mood, and I decided I'm going to go ahead and shoot something and have it out for Christmas, which will be a much more darker take on Christmas type of film that we're doing a review for. But let's just see, make sure that it is going to get there and not get ahead of myself or promise something that I might not deliver when the time comes around to actually produce it. But hopefully I'm intending to. Let's just see if we get there. But definitely felt like I would do that, and then probably next week I would do my review of Catherine Bigelow's Point Break, because I got the Blu-ray over there, and that damn remake that's coming out, which I don't see any reason why there had to be a remake, because perfectly fine. The original film, I think, is one of the most perfect action films ever made. There's not a flaw in it anywhere. Mostly, we'll see when I do my review if I find anything to be a flaw, but I've watched the film so many times over the last 15 plus years. I love the film, and I don't think there's any reason that they had to do a remake. And even then, everything I've seen from this film looks absolutely without charisma, without any kind of visual punch, without any real adrenaline-packed type of stuff that made the original Point Break stand out so much. It just looks really bad, and the little bit of word of mouth I've heard from this says it's one of the worst films of the year. So, no, thank you. Not going to see it, not going to give it a damn freaking cent of my money to go see it to determine that it's not a film that's going to live up to the original. I'm just not going for it, okay? I'm willing to give, certain films I will be willing to give an opportunity to go in and see if a remake can live up and stand on its own merits. Not doing it with this film, because Point Break is one of my favorite action films of all time, and I'm not interested. I'm just not interested. Go away. You're not going to beat Keanu, Swayze, Gary Busey. He's not going to do it for me. Sorry. No. No sell. So, that's going on. And I do have at least one review I want to get out for the new year, which is going to be, if I end up doing it and it hits, you'll understand why I'm doing it as like the first film of the new year in January. I'll explain that when it happens. So, but just the fact of the matter that all this stuff, I've planned to do certain reviews this year by the end of the year, like the fourth Rambo film, probably Chronicles of Riddick, the Predator retrospective. Those are still on the books, but I'm not promising when they're going to happen. It's just a matter of when I feel the right time is for me to delve into those films and make them. So I tried to do the Predator one last month, and it really kind of just was more interested in just watching the third film and not watching the first two, which doesn't really help to make a franchise spanning retrospective. So we'll just see when the desire for me kicks in the gear to actually cover those films in the depth and detail and passion that I really want to put forth. So it's just a matter of time. So it's not like, starting with the Star Wars ones, that was very much more kind of spur of the moment in a certain sense, to really kind of celebrate a milestone with the channel and just kind of go ahead and make it the best of the opportunity that was here, being very timely and everything. But just a matter of fact, I wanted to do those videos, and then things got pushed back with those other ones, so it's just a matter of time to get around to doing everything. So that's a lot of talking about that type of stuff, but just the fact of the matter is, it's been an interesting year. That just the fact that things haven't been as great going to the theater as I wanted them to, just random stuff, I guess. I could talk and round and mumbling and talking about random crap and everything, but just in general, I mean, like, I could do a whole year in review type of video to kind of walk you through step by step how my year went, but things were really kind of shit until Avengers Age of Ultron came around, which is not a great film. I have no great desire to see it again unless they release like an extended version of the film to fill in some of the gaps and flaws the film I felt had. But up until that movie, everything I saw in the year was just absolute garbage to me. And it's like when I went into the film, it's like, as long as it's good, I'll be so happy with it. I was happy walking out of it. I was very happy. But yeah, I'm just decompressing for all the Star Wars stuff, just so I don't get myself to a burnout point and I just hate it. Because a little interesting tidbit is that when the first X-Men movie came out, I thought it was a good movie. But for whatever reason, because I don't know, I just got this bug in my head or whatnot that I'd always heard so much about people saying going to the theater and see a film like 10 times or whatnot. And I kind of wanted to have something to my credit to put towards that. And for whatever reason, I decided it would be that X-Men film, and so goddamn much. I got so burned out on that film trying to create this bizarre, pointless type of record in my own mind of going to see the film that many times. Wasn't that... It's still a good movie. Revisiting it like last year, it's still a good movie. But man, is it not a great movie to actually go see that many times within a compressed number of weeks or whatnot. I don't know why I did that, and it's like, I don't want to get... Even if I really, really love this Star Wars movie, I don't want to get to the point where I've seen it so many times in such a small amount of time that I'm going to get burned out on. So I was like, I need to give it some time to relax, breathe in my mind, populate my mind with all the other stuff that is to absorb around me, and just keep my taste eclectic and not kind of get in this tunnel vision of just Star Wars for like the next who knows how many weeks. Got to keep focused on a lot of different other things too. So definitely want to get some more reviews, fresh stuff out to you guys. And I did kind of thought about doing a spoilerish video or whatnot about Force Awakens, but I felt like there's such a plethora of stuff. There's such a saturation of it on YouTube right now. It's like a lot of stuff I have to say I know other people have already addressed in their own videos, and it's like I don't feel like I have as much identity to put forth on that at this point in time. So it's just like I just want to sit back, relax, and just decompress and flush this stuff out and come back fresh and just get to a point where I can just start focusing on something else to get a new review done for you guys. So not going to just bombard you with Star Wars all the time, because you already got my reviews for Empire and Jedi and now Force Awakens. I think that's plenty for 1 month. So let's spice it up, do a little bit different, something else here at the end of the month here. So we'll see what happens. So hopefully the video I hope to do on Wednesday will be a lot easier, much smaller, probably somewhere around 20 some odd minutes. So it might be much easier, much more smaller type of production, but hopefully I'll be good to go. And next week I can hopefully focus on my review of the proper Point Break movie. And after that, start the year fresh with something a little bit change of pace, a little bit more funny than it is serious or action-packed or stuff like that. So I'm just going to look for something that's a little bit fresher and different, a little bit interesting to cover here. So whatever the case, guys, I hope you have enjoyed everything that I've been just pumping out this year. Been a whole bunch of stuff, and haven't got to as much as I wanted to, but damn, if you look at the length of a lot of the videos I've put out this year, they are very long, they're very in-depth, they're very detailed and everything. So it's like, even if I haven't had as many videos, if you rack up the length of the videos, they're very in-depth. There's a lot of work, a lot of hours put into this stuff, a lot of days. And I could talk to you all about the Terminator stuff, because I shot all those videos in like 2 days, because I originally intended it to be a full franchise retrospective single video that, if I would have done so, would have run about an hour and a half. And that's after trying to cut as much down as possible. So that was also something reaching close to burnout. And Jesus, I could go on and on about that. If I do a year-end review video, you'll hear a lot more about that. But just focus on the reviews for now. If I've got the extra time to relax and do something else like that, I'll probably very much be interested in doing so. So regardless, guys, I hope you have some very happy holidays ahead of you, and be very safe out there. And just thank you very much for building this channel up for me with all your subscriberships, and just hitting the like buttons and the constant comments I keep getting. They're very much civil and honest and straightforward and mature, that people don't really kind of come out and say, even if they're saying something negative regarding the film that disagrees with me, they at least do it in a civil manner. I'm very pleased with that. So I haven't been yet inundated with a bunch of assholes here on the channel, even though there's been a few here and there that don't come around here anymore because bye-bye, ban you. I have no time for you at this point in time. I got enough aggravation in my life. I don't need some asshole typing on a computer with stupid comments. So thank you for very intelligent comments, people. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon with something interesting for the holiday season here. So certain video I've been wanting to do for about a year now, and the opportunity keeps slipping past me due to lack of time. So wrong timing. Hopefully this will be the right timing for it. So hopefully that'll happen. And thanks guys for watching. And that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching, guys, and hope you have a happy holiday season, and Happy New Year to you too. So thanks, and bye-bye.